Breaking news. Nnamdi Kanu speaks from DSS custody. IPOB's leader, Nnamdi Kanu, alleges that many inmates in DSS custody have tested positive for tuberculosis. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Matsi Nnamdi Kanu, has claimed that many inmates at the Department of State Services, DSS, headquarters in Abuja, have tested positive for tuberculosis. Kanu, who raised the alarm through his special counsel, Aloye Makar, urged the federal government to alert the World Health Organization, WHO, and Red Cross Society for intervention to avoid an epidemic of the disease. Aloye, who took to his Twitter handle after a visit to the IPOB leader on Thursday, said that he also observed that Kanu's failing health needed urgent attention. I visited with #MNK today in the company of Prince Emma Kanu and one of his other lawyers. Onyendu directed that I extend his profound condolences to Mrs. Rachel Nuzu on the demise of her gallant husband. He disclosed that numerous detainees at the DSS have now tested positive for tuberculosis. He hopes the Nigerian government would alert the WHO and Red Cross to intervene before it becomes a pandemic inside the DSS. Onyendu's poor health persists and he's still not getting the required care. While I was with him, I observed his noticeable discomfort, malaise, and general ill health. He salutes all who remain faithful and steadfast. Corroborating this in an interview, Kanu's brother expressed deep worry over the sad development, wondering if it was a deliberate ploy to infest his brother with tuberculosis. He called for urgent action to avert an epidemic of infectious disease. Vanguard had reported that Kanu first raised the alarm of tuberculosis at the facility when he said that an inmate suffering from the disease was relocated close to his cell block. The inmate, according to him, was arrested in Ohafia in September 2022 and transferred to the DSS facility. It could not be confirmed by the DSS if the claims by Kanu were correct. In the same vein, Sowore alleges biological warfare agenda to murder Nnamdi Kanu in DSS facility. The presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, AAC, in the just concluded election, Omoyele Sowore, has alleged plot to murder Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra, IPOB. Sowore alleged that there is a biological warfare agenda to murder Kanu in detention of the Department of State Services, DSS. He made the claim while lamenting over the outbreak of tuberculosis in DSS detention facility. In a tweet, Sowore called for Kanu's freedom. He wrote, "For Nnamdi Kanu, the surreptitious introduction of tuberculosis into the DSS detention center means there is a biological warfare agenda intended to murder Nnamdi Kanu in detention after competent courts have granted him release from illegal detention." Recall that Kanu had alleged an outbreak of tuberculosis in DSS detention in Abuja. Kanu urged the Nigerian government to inform the World Health Organization and Red Cross to intervene before a pandemic breaks out in DSS custody.